Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second ever episode of the Let's Talk Marvel podcast.
Hallelujah.
The podcast where we talk about all things Marvel.
Yes.
You threw me off there when you said hallelujah. That just messed up my whole thing. All right, anyways, I'm your host, Tommy. This is my co-host, Elliot.
Hi.
And this is my other co-host, Jack.
What's up?
So for this episode, the main thing we're going to talk about is Spider-Man No Way Home, which came out pretty recently. So just a spoiler warning. There is going to be spoilers for the movie, but if you haven't seen it, go see it and then come back and listen to this podcast. But yeah, there's going to be spoilers, so just a warning if you care. We're going to talk about some news about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're going to have a Who Would Win, which is where we take two Marvel characters and put them up against each other, and we discuss on who we think will win. And we've got some other stuff to talk about, so it should be a pretty good episode. All right, so the first news announcement we have today is the announcement of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1.
This
Part
is the second movie of Spider-Man
Into the
Spider-Verse, where it picks up exactly where it left off with Miles Morales at his apartment. And
Actually, not exactly. In the trailer, he looks a little older.
Yeah, a little older. Puberty kind of hit a little more, but he got a little older, but then now he's gonna be exploring the the Spider-Verse and meeting other fellow Spider-Men, just like in Spider-Man No Way Home.
So this movie looks pretty cool. In the last one, we had all kinds of crazy spider people, like the Spider Pig,
Spider-Noir, just a black and white version of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and all those different spider people. So I'm actually really excited to see what new crazy versions of Spider-Man they bring in next, because there were some weird ones.
There is actually going to be Spider-Man 2099, who I'm pretty sure
It's from the future, right?
Yeah, pretty sure it's from the future, and he's I'm not sure, Indian maybe.
Indian.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not positive, but I know he's in one of those groups.
And another key part of this announcement is that the movie's called in the trailer. The title of the video that I watched for the trailer is called Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Which means there will most likely be a second one.
Well, a third one, because technically, Into the Spider-Verse Across Part 1, Across Part 2. And I'm not sure if it's going to be named the same thing, if it's going to be Across the Spider-Verse Part 2, but with Infinity War, there was a Part 1 and a Part 2, but Part 2, Endgame, had a different name.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe it'll have a different name, maybe it'll be the same. But yeah, that's going to be pretty cool.
I feel like this is going to be... So in the show, what if they explored the multiverse, and now that's what they're doing in the live action shows. So I feel like they're going to be exploring the Spider-Man verse, but now they're going to be putting that into live action shows, so you can get a little taste of what's going to be like in the live action. And we could see an animated version of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, or
that would be cool.
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I mean, if you're going through all these universes, you're probably going to bet there's going to be another...
Or Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Tom Holland Spider-Man. And Spider-Man No Way Home, Electro said that he wished that there was a black version of Spider-Man. So we we could see Miles Morales, and we could see a live action him, because
awesome.
In Spider-Man Homecoming, his Uncle Davis, he said, "I'm sorry, Miles, I'm gonna have to call you back, Miles." So there is a Miles Morales in the live action MCU pool. We just haven't seen him yet.
Yeah. So another announcement was there was a trailer for this at the very end of the credits for Spider-Man No Way Home, which is Doctor Strange.
Multiverse of Madness.
In the Multiverse of Madness.
Looks awesome.
Expanding the multiverse even more into Doctor Strange, and also
Wanda.
They showed in the trailer the evil version of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Supreme Strange.
Which is Oh yeah, from the What If episode.
Yeah.
So I think they're pretty much kind of basing that movie off of that one What If episode.
And they're going to be introducing American Chavez, a Mexican Latino Captain America
Who are they introducing?
America Chavez. She's going to be introduced, and what's it called? Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And yeah, so that they're going to be introducing new Captain America, and she's a woman also. So
you mean like the girl one from the What If episode, or not quite?
Like Captain Britain?
Yeah, because she wasn't. No, not her.
No. But this is going to be, and she's a woman also, so there's going to be a Captain America who's a woman. So that's going to be pretty cool to see.
So,
and
yeah.
we could be seeing in later future, like in the What If episode, Captain Carter. But yeah, so that's going to be pretty cool to see.
Expanding the multiverse much more. Like there are many possibilities. So basically, the thing I find kind of crazy or kind of interesting is that basically all these Marvel movies, like Avengers 2, Iron Man 3, whatever, all these movies from the MCU, doesn't matter which one, but it's basically like they're focusing on only one reality, but technically there are so many more, and they just like picked one, basically. And I know that's not really what they were thinking, but it's kind of crazy to think about, like everything, the whole story that you know of the Avengers, all these superheroes.
There could be a completely opposite one.
Infinite amount of Avengers. Like, this is just one Avengers team. This is just one Marvel universe. There are, like, so many more.
Like, for example, there could be one where in Infinity War, the Avengers won, and then in Endgame, Thanos won.
Or Iron Man may not, in another universe, he may never died.
Yeah, all kinds of different possibilities. So it's kind of cool to think about. These movies are literally only focusing on one of infinite universes. It just picked one, basically.
This can go on. These animation shows and movies could go on for a long time.
Yeah.
And it'd be really cool if they go on for a long time, and then they have the holy grail of the MCU movie or something that like kind of like in Spider-Man No Way Home, where all these Spider-Men see each other. We could see these characters. Yeah, we could see these characters come back, see another infinite of them, and have this big clash. So that'd be
pretty cool.
It'd be going off the internet, like just like Avengers Endgame.
Yeah. So the next thing we have some news on is Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever. And so I'll pass this over to Elliot to explain what's going on with this.
All right. So around I'm pretty sure October, no, maybe November. Tita Wright, who plays Shuri, Black Panther's sister, she actually got an injury on set, which they had postponed filming for 2 months. Well, maybe.
It was only a few months.
Yeah, only a few months.
Like 3?
Maybe.
Because it's January now, so like 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4 months. And this really held back filming on the movie.
So how'd she get injured?
She was on like a motorcycle, I'm pretty sure, and something happened to her leg, and then she sent to the hospital.
So she couldn't film.
Yeah, she couldn't film, and they had to stop because I guess that was a big part for her in the movie. So they're gonna pick up next week with the movie, and now fans,
very exciting.
Yes, and now fans want like another Black Panther. I'm pretty sure they want like another Black Panther to be the role for Chadwick Boseman, since he passed. But I don't know. I don't know if Marvel's gonna be able to pull that off. If you have an actor like Chadwick Boseman who played him so well.
Yeah, because we know that Black Panther Chadwick Boseman is gonna be in Wakanda Forever. That has been like confirmed. But like in further movies with the Avengers, like who's gonna play it? Or is there gonna be a Black Panther? Yeah. Is he gonna die in the Marvel universe to cover it?
They'll have to incorporate something.
Kind of like Ghostbusters Afterlife, where they had Egon Spengler have CGI him, and that's what they're going to do.
That was interesting.
That's what they're going to do in the Fast and Furious 10. They're thinking about bringing back So they're going to think about bringing Paul Walker back, who played Brian O'Connor in Fast and Furious, as CGI'd, because at the end of Fast and Furious 10, I'm pretty sure a pair of this car came up and it was his, and a pair of blue shoes just showed at the camera, and I'm pretty sure it was his or something. So they're thinking about bringing him back.
All right, so a bit off topic
Yeah.
there, but it
Kind of relates.
basically we're just saying that it is possible that they could CGI in Chadwick Boseman in future movies that might incorporate Black Panther, and they probably won't do big scenes
Yeah.
with him in it, just like small talking scenes, because they can still easily pull off the costume
Yeah.
and him what
Maybe have
well
him
not
on-
costume but like his suit,
Mhm.
like when he is
Fighting.
fighting in his suit. They could easily pull that off. They wouldn't even need any like CGI or anything.
Maybe he doesn't even take his mask off. Maybe,
They could incorporate.
So now we're going to talk about the big part of the episode, Spider-Man No Way Home. What an amazing movie. It was so cool.
Great.
It was
So
It was
cool.
awesome. It was awesome. Really cool.
It's pretty great to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew
Yes.
Garfield in there.
Meet
They
Tom
had some
Holland.
really, really funny scenes together, and that was really cool. And a big part of this is the ending. In the end, Tom Holland Spider-Man, basically Doctor Strange made the whole world forget who Peter Parker
Yeah.
was, including MJ and Ned.
But when he did the spell, just like in the movie, he does this rings, but there was a one ring on top. One person remembers. I watched the breakdown of this. One person, there's a ring. When he did it, there was like one extra ring around it. I'm pretty sure. Though the YouTube channel I watched, they said that there was another one. So
Maybe Amy died.
Yeah,
I just totally
there's
forgot.
somebody who remembers, but we're not sure. So
Yeah,
Maybe
so
it's Doctor Strange.
it was really
Yeah.
weird
Maybe it's
because
not- remember.
Tom Holland didn't talk to MJ or Ned. He just let him basically, which was so weird because he's MJ asked him specifically to come and make her remember because they're in love and stuff. But that was pretty crazy. The ending, he didn't even do anything. He just left.
but
Another key part, Aunt May dies. That was pretty sad.
quickly
Yeah.
back to the everybody forgetting. And in Spider-Man Far From Home, what's his name? Spider-Man. He gave MJ this necklace, but the weird thing is she was still wearing this when she saw Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this must have something significant. She must remember something.
Yeah.
Other maybe she just remembers.
Or
that
she just
liked it.
knows that
She
the
knows it
necklace is
has some
special, but she
purpose.
doesn't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what was I gonna say? All right, never mind.
All right, so also in the movie, it was pretty cool to see all the villains
Yeah.
Electro, Dr. Octo Octavius, Lizard, all those guys, Sandman,
Green
um,
Goblin.
yeah, Green Goblin. Green Goblin was vicious in that
Yeah.
movie. He was ruthless.
Creepy, man.
When he
Really?
killed Aunt May, that was
Yeah.
that was the saddest part.
And Aunt May was
any-
nice to him.
Yeah, she tried to help him and stuff.
She
but
gave him donuts, man.
Yeah.
Donuts.
Can't go
Are you
wrong.
kidding me?
If you don't like donuts, then yeah.
But I don't like donuts.
But oh my gosh. Okay, so but it was pretty cool to see the villains from other movies, and they had
Yeah.
some. It was action, but it was also a lot of comedy
Yeah.
because it was very funny.
One of the-
the universes together.
One of the scenes is where Toby Maguire when he shoots his spider webs, it comes out of his wrists, out of
Yeah.
his body.
Yeah, out
And
of
then Tom Holland,
out of his
And then
himself.
Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield mesmerized that because they had to make their own. They had to
Yeah.
make their own spider webbing.
Own web shooters.
web
yeah.
shooters, but he just comes out of them, and they're asking him what other parts of your body does it come out of? And so-
That was a little.
Oh, and
Yeah,
that,
that was a
and
little
that
sus.
part where Andrew Garfield cracked Tobey Maguire's back.
Oh yeah, when he's
yeah.
my back, referencing Spider-Man 3.
Oh, and Tobey Maguire actually has back problems.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. But also towards the end of the movie when it was showing all the like people who knew Peter Parker like trying to come through, you could like spot out characters. Like I saw Rhino in that like pink field.
Yes. I saw Craven, and then there's this one whose name's Madam Web. She is the holder of the multiverse for Spider-Man. She is the holy grail of the universe for Spider-Man. Her name is Madam Web
of the Spider-Verse.
Sorry. Yeah, she she knows all of who is in this. All
the Spider-Men and women.
The Watcher and Spider-Man.
That's just Spider-Man. Her name's Madam Web. She has this web
all
of
the
knowledge.
Spider people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool to like spot out characters in that like pink. It was weird. It was like a pink energy field thing.
Oh, and there was Scorpion. People they saw Scorpion. Who else?
You can watch all kinds of videos on YouTube, spotting all this stuff, breaking down everything.
Oh,
I didn't see all those characters. I just saw.
I actually saw one of the zombies from What If Zombies.
Really?
Yeah, I think I saw like a person doing like a zombie pose, like all bent and like destroyed and stuff.
But how would the zombies know who Peter Parker is? They're zombies.
Yeah. But Spider-Man was in that What If episode.
All right, so I know we've been going back and forth, but on the part of everybody forgetting who Spider-Man was, it's kind of sad, but if you think about it, the high school dance, Peter Parker wasn't there. He ditched Liz Allen to fight, what's his name?
You mean MJ?
MJ.
Vulture.
No, her name's Liz Allen. That's a date he took on in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
He ditched her to go fight Vulture. Again on the trip to Washington D.C. for the spelling bee. I'm pretty sure it was. They were doing a contest, and he ditched that, and he went to go
save. Go like find like.
Go find. Yeah. And then
he kept ditching for like.
He kept on ditching to save people. Yeah. So not many people have memories, and like only probably one of Ned's best memories probably finding out that he was Spider-Man, and if he forgot about that.
It's pretty sad.
It's pretty sad because he asked Peter Parker to help build a Death Star Lego set, but now Ned just thinks that he did it by himself. But the weird thing is, Spider-Man still has the little Lego piece that was part of the set, so Ned doesn't know where that Lego piece is, and Peter Parker has it.
Huh.
So there's little hints and ways, but now
that they might remember somehow. Yeah, he'll give him the piece, and it'll be like, I remember something.
So not many memories. So there's not that many memories that they have with each other. So
also, we're gonna wrap up this discussion about Spider-Man No Way Home pretty quick, but at the mid-credit scene, it showed Venom, Eddie Brock. Yeah. From the newer
and then he gets,
Venom movies.
He got, like a bar, and he gets like teleported, and then like one of the little like Venom symbiote baby thingies like stays. So there's gonna be a Venom.
Yeah. So when Doctor Strange makes everybody forget who Peter Parker is, Eddie Brock disappears, but a little black piece of the symbiote is left behind, so that means that Venom is going to enter the Tom Holland Spider-Man or just the normal universe.
Yes.
Or the universe the Marvel Cinematic Universe
focuses
on.
But really the universes are the Marvel Entertainment Universe and the Sony Universe. Really think about it, because Sony owns Spider-Man and Venom.
And the
Marvel owns everybody else, so they're trying. Sony and Marvel.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, so they had to get the rights to get their own characters in their universe from Sony.
So yeah, that's very interesting to think that Venom is going to be in Tom Holland's universe. All right, so moving out of the news and review section of the podcast, next we're going to do our Who Would Win. And for this episode, it's going to be Hulk versus Venom. So, my initial thoughts here, I think Hulk could pull through. I think he could win, because he would probably be the good guy in the fight, so he'd win anyway. So,
But in the What If episode, he was going against Army Men, and he died, getting blown up. No, he went against Ant-Man, and Ant-Man has put this enlarger pill into him, and he just blew up just like a like a
like a
I don't know.
Wasn't it like a
A
green
water
yeah,
balloon.
gas
just
cloud?
green gas, just like
like he farted.
yeah, like
Well,
like
I mean, I'm guessing Venom doesn't have that though.
no, but it was kind of easy to beat him for that. Like,
I'm going
just
So
against,
Venom.
your initial thought, Jack, is
Venom. I think
um,
Venom's gonna destroy.
you think
him.
Venom?
yeah, I think Venom.
All right. So I think like at first, it would probably Venom wouldn't come out like right away, and it would be like Eddie Brock versus the Hulk. Like to start a fight, I bet Bruce Banner and Eddie Brock. I'm just gonna set the scene here. They like at a bar or something, and they're talking to each other. And then like one Eddie Brock says like the wrong thing. Bruce Banner gets angry. Hulk, and then smashes him before he can even pull out Venom.
Wait, but there's what's his name? Smart Hulk. It's not Hulk. It's Smart Hulk. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that much. He has strength,
yeah,
but he doesn't have the same amount of strength that he did when he was just regular Hulk.
Yeah, when he's like Bruce Banner but in Hulk form, it's weird.
Yeah, so he doesn't have the same
Yeah.
strength that he did when he was
No,
just Hulk.
I think he has the same strength. He's just not quite as angry, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's harder for him to pull through.
Yeah.
I
guess
still
that's
think
all.
he could like beat him because like, I mean, Venom has the teeth, but I think Hulk could like just block it. And Hulk is definitely bigger than Venom, right? Or like Eddie Brock
Yeah.
with Venom. I think he's a little bit bigger at
Are we
least.
talking Sony Venom, or like the skinny one? Are we talking like
Sony. We're talking Sony.
Regular
like the big
Venom
one,
movie.
like the big one, the big bulky one?
Yeah, Sony.
Yeah,
Sony.
regular Venom.
Okay. Bro,
From the Venom movie is like
if you
that
want-
Venom.
If you went against Spider-Man 2, Venom, he'd easily win.
Oh yeah.
You mean Hulk would win?
Yeah, Hulk would win easily. But in the Spider-Man 2 movie, he went against Spider-Man. Venom went against Spider-Man, but all he had to do was just clank some pots. Basically, there's like these big stakes,
Yeah.
and it basically it killed that
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Sound.
So if Hulk has the knowledge, and he's smart Hulk, so if he has that knowledge, because Hulk was just a
So
big
like
buffling buffoon.
symbiotes are sensitive to
The
like
sound. It's like you clang a pot together.
Yeah, so
it's
maybe Bruce Banner knows about these
Yeah.
symbiotes or is like
He's smart
educated
enough.
on the subject or whatever.
Yeah.
He might know the weakness, so he could beat him.
He could just clang some pots and boom.
But on Venom's side, Venom definitely does have the teeth,
Yeah.
and
he has like those extensions. He can just come out of himself. Like
Wait,
those.
wait.
Like
he
those
can kind of have like
But
swords
there
almost.
is one thing
What?
that Venom, I think the reason he would win, Hulk would like punch him, and then what if like it would get like the symbiote could just go onto Hulk and like turn into like a Venom Hulk and like
Venomized
control
Hulk.
him.
Venomized Hulk.
I think I
Yeah, but then-
of that.
But then he could just like when Venom comes out, that would give Hulk a chance to beat up Eddie Brock. Because like, who is he really fighting here? Is he fighting the symbiote or is he fighting Eddie Brock? So like, is Hulk fighting, or is Bruce Banner fighting the symbiote because he wants to destroy it, or is he fighting Eddie Brock and Venom's just helping him fight because he doesn't want Eddie Brock to die?
And another weakness of Venom is if you there are two pairs. If one pair is not in sync with the other, you're done. So if Hulk can figure out how to break apart Venom and Eddie Brock from each other, if you break the two from each other, they're not gonna be able to, if they're not compatible, they can't fight. If they
Yeah,
can't
because-
fight, he can win.
The symbiote can't survive without a host.
No.
Yeah.
But Eddie Brock would be much weaker without the symbiote. So
Yeah.
it's a close fight. But I think definitely Venom has the upper hand because he can have like swords and teeth,
Yeah.
so like sharp things he could
Yeah.
get in there with. And but Bruce Banner has definitely, I think, the strength advantage. So I think it's a decent matchup. I think
Yeah.
it's an even matchup. But yeah, it's definitely depends on the situation. Like there could be so many variables going into this fight. But if it's just like Hulk versus Eddie Brock and like Eddie Brock is using help from Venom, I think Bruce Banner could use his knowledge to like separate them and beat up Eddie Brock, or just I think he could use his strength to try to dodge the attacks from Venom's weapons he might create with the symbiote juice or whatever you want to
Alright.
call it,
So, but
and his teeth.
Hulk's if you get punched by Hulk, that's equivalent to 5,488,000 kilograms on getting
Of force?
a force of squishing you. So, bro,
Wow. So if we like really,
it's no,
but that says he can. So it's not like So this thing we're looking at says it's possible that he can do 5,500,000
5,488,000.
yeah, kilograms of weight, which
Yep.
would crush you. But like
From TV
who knows
series
if he
design.
needs like something he needs to like really power up that punch, or
Yeah.
he probably needs to be in the zone, I guess you would
Yeah.
call it, like really committed to fighting him. Like if he didn't really want to kill him, kill
won't.
Eddie Brock,
Hulk-
he could probably stop himself from not being at his full strength.
But in for Ragnarok, Hulk was kind of a softie if you really think about it. He didn't really want people by him, but he let Valkyrie go by him, Thor, the Grand Master, so he's kind of a softie too.
Yeah, a little bit. But wrapping up this discussion, I think my final thought is that I think Hulk would pull through. I think Hulk would win. Your final thought, Jack?
I actually
Switch in or stay?
switch. I actually want to go Hulk.
Oh,
now.
nice. Point for me.
I'm going Hulk.
Jack switching over to Hulk. What do you think, Elliot?
Looks like I'm all odds ones out. I'm sticking with
Sticking with Venom?
yeah. I had to think about it. Without my first
Original
guess.
pick? Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had to think about that.
All right, so 2 Hulks, 1 Venom. So Hulk wins, but for this discussion between us 3.
Yeah.
But you could think something totally different. Who do you think would win?
It'd be pretty cool if like Marvel
Hulk or
did,
Venom?
It'd be pretty cool if Marvel did like Marvel shorts or just did who would win fights. And they
Yeah,
explained
that
it.
would be pretty
That'd
cool.
be really cool.
Analyze the fight,
Analyze the
everything.
fight. So then you can know more about the character.
Yeah.
Just more than just the background story. Know how powerful they are. That'd be
Yeah.
really cool. Marvel shorts. I should go to Marvel and talk about
That would be cool. So the last thing we're going to talk about to wrap up this episode is our weird character we found on the internet and searching through stuff. This one's like more well known than some of the other weirder ones. It's the Great Lakes Avengers, and if you never heard of them, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're not the
Members of the Great Lakes Avengers. By the way, they're based in like Wisconsin and I think like
Michigan.
yeah, that area.
You see when Milwaukee, say hi for me.
So the members of this dream team are Big Bertha. Her powers is that she can increase her body size. Let's just
It's like
say
an inflatable
become fat. Basically, is her power, which is like
balloon. No offense to
pretty weird.
people. Yeah, I said that. Oh, crap.
And another superhero on this team is Squirrel Girl.
she can
th-
talk
she
to
is
squirrels, basically. She like
Really weird.
yeah, she can
Like
control
Ant-Man for squirrels, except
Yeah.
she doesn't have any powers except she can talk to squirrels.
squirrels. Yeah.
Weird.
Really weird. And I was in this comic store the other day. They have this big poster up that says the Unstoppable Squirrel Girl, and Galactus, Thanos, and almost all the Avengers. She's standing on top of, basically saying she beat all of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
Hulk
Galactus.
Hulk would take one of her squirrels and just chomp its head off, really.
Yeah.
So Venom one.
Another one we have is Flatman, literally Flat Stanley, except he would be a superhero.
Flash Stanley in a black suit.
Yeah, he can just turn thin, and so I guess you can hide if you're at the specific angle. And a funny story about this guy is this is the stupidest story ever, but people thought he died because they couldn't see him. He was in this fight, and they thought he died. But he was actually just standing sideways, so they couldn't see that, his clothes fell off, because apparently he was naked. And so they thought he was dead. Stupidest story
Marvel
ever.
really
Really,
really
really weird.
out.
Really weird. Another one, we've got Dinosaur. This is a freaking weird, it's Dinosaur or whatever. This is one weird superhero. It's like
Pink
a
dinosaur.
dinosaur, but it can like fly.
weird.
Look it up. It's weird. 2 words.
Yeah.
Dinosaur. You can look at that.
Let's try not getting into this.
Very weird.
And then Doorman.
Yeah, last one, Doorman. I think he can like teleport into different rooms, but it has to be through a door.
Yeah.
So he can teleport like through doors, and that's about it. So he can teleport into the next room. But if you're not in a building, he can't do anything, basically.
Yeah.
Wow, this is probably the most lame team.
Weirdest team for sure. But apparently Squirrel Girl is a domination. God. Another, the last one that we have here is, his name is like Immortal Man. I forget specifically what it is, but it's something like that. And he's literally just immortal. He can't die, but he doesn't have any powers beyond that. So he's just a normal guy, except he can't die.
Here's a theory. Here's a question. Who do you think the Great Lakes Avengers could go beat against in a fight? Like, who do you think the Great Lakes Avengers could fight
and beat
with all the powers combined? Literally, like probably like one of Ant-Man's giant ants, or what's his name? Kingpin's thugs, the tracksuit mafia. I mean, really, these guys, I don't think they could even go against they probably couldn't even go against Daredevil
and he's blind
or Punisher, really. But he has great senses. This guy is like super sensitive.
So yeah, well, apparently they can go up against Galactus, judging by that poster.
How? I mean,
very unlikely, but that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. Great Lakes Avengers, go look at them. They're weird.
But
Spider-Man: No Way Home, amazing.
Here's one thing: the Avengers when the Avengers fought Galactus, took them 2 issues to do that. And then this team and Avengers were like nearly beaten.
One poster.
And then the Great Lakes Avengers, they just beat them. Really?
Apparently,
this is weird.
Judging by that poster I saw, but that could be totally fake. Maybe it's just a joke or whatever. But anyways, yeah, that's the end of this episode. New episode coming out probably next month or the following month, depending on how much news is out, how much talking points we have. But our time is up for today, so stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you in the next one.
And thank you for listening to this, actually.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Ciao.